of us aren't in initiative anymore?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I got you.
Just me and Haziel holding it down.
Let's go.
The rest of us have left. We're out. We're done here.
Hello and welcome to Dice and Divergence. The last time we saw our lovely players, say hi, lovely players.
Hi, lovely players.
Hi, lovely players.
Lovely players.
We left our lovely players off. They just killed the snake lady without talking to her or interrogating her in any sort of a way. We'll see how that plays out later. And they left Dev by herself in the middle of the cave, and she's trying to talk to the dragon because she knows that her friends really want to talk to the dragon instead of just killing it, but the talking is not going well, and she might start blasting.
Dev, no, don't do it. You're better than this.
The dice wants what it wants. Who am I to argue?
Yeah.
The dice are telling a story.
Not the one we want, but it's a story.
It's the one Finn wants, but I don't think that's the one that we want.
Like, Finn's like, you know what? I'm okay with the answers that are happening. I know that nobody else apparently wants this, but honestly, low-key, probably fine.
Yep.
It's what Buck wants. Buck would love to start blasting, but Buckthorn knows that that's not the mission.
That's not the mission. The stupid wizard guy wants us to learn things. We should be at the top of initiative. So Blue Snake is up first. You guys killed the snake lady, and as she slytherly slumps to the ground, the snakes around you suddenly also drop. They aren't dead, but they are like in a state of shock almost.
I'd be pretty shocked too. Just like 4 people walked up, dropped the person that I assume either summoned or was controlling them.
Yeah.
And then you hear a voice in the background just being like, look, I understand your opinion, it just doesn't have facts or evidence.
I need more science. So the snakes do not look like they are currently going to do much in their state of shock. But things may or may not happen depending on the actions that you choose to take.
I'm going to... I will save my last spell slot. God, I am not used to having this few spell slots. And I'm going to walk up to Kinsey. And first things first, I'm going to check in. And I'm just going to go, hey, that got a bit dicey. I saw you getting bitten. You okay?
I think I might be poisoned.
You are poisoned. Go ahead and make you can make a Constitution saving throw. We'll see if you want to check. That's not great.
Nope.
Yeah, you're still poisoned.
Uh-oh. Don't feel good.
Hey, okay. That's fine. We're gonna deal with this. And if memory serves, I think I still have 5 of my lay on hands hit points left. I do. I have all of them left. I haven't used any of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put a hand on Kinsey's shoulder. Just be like, hey, it did get dicey in there. I'm glad that you're still standing. Let's make sure that keeps happening. Just need you to take a deep breath for me. And there you go. And as she breathes out, like in like a puff of smoke, she just expels like poison as it like floats off into the atmosphere as I heal the poison condition.
Gross. Wow.
You also get 5
thank you.
lay on hands points back. So 5 hit points back.
I'll take that.
How are you
Relzrex.
looking?
Oh, much better. Thank you.
No worries.
Relzrex is just gonna like clutch where the snake bit him, and then like turn and look at the group and just survey whether everyone looks good or not.
Perfectly fine. Uninjured.
Yeah.
Can I
How's
heal
Rob
me,
doing?
or do I need to heal one of you people?
Exactly. So everyone looks pretty much fine at
Yeah.
this point. How is Haziel looking?
Pretty good. I don't think I took any damage actually.
Okay.
Most of the snakes, if I
Relzer-
remember correctly, went after Kinsey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
almost
hid
all of
behind the
them
meat.
did.
Yeah.
I hid behind the meat shields.
Relzrex is gonna cast Cure Wounds on himself because he is at 1 hit point.
Woof.
And we're looking
Uh,
at other people?
Yeah?
Okay.
That's the Zara.
I'm conscious. I don't
Gotcha.
know
So
if
sorry.
everyone else is conscious.
The
So
only hit point that matters is
Exactly.
the last one.
exactly. I heal
Nice.
7 hit points.
How does Zara look after that?
I am currently at 8 out of 20 hit points. So I'm still below half, but I'm not about to die, per se.
Buck is very quickly just going to look at Zara and just be like, "Hey, big guy, how you doing? You took a couple of blows in there."
I've survived worse.
I remember. But
Uh,
surviving worse doesn't mean we have to put up with worse.
that is true.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Have we checked in on Finn? I don't
So
see
while
him
this
where I
is
was headed
happening,
next.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that no one here was actively dying before we checked in on our wizard friend.
so
I'm
while
pretty
this,
sure they're not in combat, but let's find out.
yeah, while this is
Yeah.
happening, like simultaneously, Finn is everything in her mind is telling her that this baby dragon is bad news. But she thinks about Kinsey's face at the thought of harm coming to this dragon. She thinks about Teacher Buckthorn's words about how sometimes the smartest thing you can do is let them feel safe, make them feel safe. And so Finn is going to try, despite the fact that her training is telling her that this is a lost cause. She is going to try one more time to reason with this dragon. And if for whatever reason that does not work, she starts pulling out, she puts her hand in her pouch for an oil flask. And so she's going to look at the dragon. And is the body language similar to what's been going on this entire time? Because I don't know necessarily what's happening in the other room in terms of combat, but I'm assuming the dragon, nothing has changed much from the dragon. Still in the skeleton.
No, he's still in the skeleton. He's still like trying to hide in the skull and sound menacing, but is also like in there trying also not to be seen, so you know somebody can't see how small he actually is.
Right.
Okay. I will give you a couple of different options for your check if you would like options, or you can do your own idea.
Let's hear the options because then I can always do my idea.
Okay.
If or like some combination maybe.
So we have a bribe. You can bribe him with like treasure and stuff. You can offer your services. You can create a bigger threat, or you could play to the legacy of his mother.
Okay.
So we have 2 different persuasion checks, a deception, and a history/persuasion.
And history, that would be for the
Legacy.
mom's legacy, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I think I'm going to go that route because I think it actually dovetails very nicely with an idea I had in this moment. And so I don't know if you want to run the history check first, and then I can basically
Your
say the
DC
piece or
Your DC is going to be 18.
okay. I will roll, and then depending on how I roll, that will change how bad I am doing, I think. Does that work for you?
Sure.
Okay.
Or how great you're doing.
Oh!
See?
Oh my god. Oh my god. All I needed was a
Oh.
3-week break, and we're so
Positively.
fucking back, baby. Okay.
Mhm.
So, I think Finn looks at this dragon, looks at the surrounding cave and how lackluster it is, for lack of a better term, and says, I know you mentioned before about wanting to fulfill your mother's legacy. You wanted to rampage, kill some people, take over the forest. Are you intentionally or strategically setting the bar that low for yourself, or do you simply have no confidence that you can do better?
Well, my bar, it's not, I'm not doing my bar's not low. This was my mother's cave, so obviously, what, you think that you could do a better bar?
Yes, quite frankly, anybody can kill somebody. Anybody
what?
can burn a forest. That's pedestrian, if I'm being honest with you. And I think you have the capability of doing so much more, as did your mother.
Yeah, you're right, I do. Do you think that maybe you could help? Could you help with that? Do you have ideas?
Absolutely. I would be more than happy to work with you on mapping out what your legacy could look like. Why follow a path that's been predetermined for you when you could build something with your own two hands? Something that could, dare I say it, potentially exceed the legacy of your progenitor.
That would just make my legacy good and my mother's legacy even better. Okay, yeah, that sounds. Yeah, okay, I'm listening. You seem way smarter than Marlissa.
I am happy to work with you on mapping out what this could look like. Unfortunately, we would have to be able to communicate in a little bit more proximity. But if you feel more comfortable sitting in the skull of your mother, that's your prerogative.
Well, I do feel really comfortable in here, especially because I'm in the, the poison miasma. It's kind of cozy like a blanket, reminds me of my
Mhm,
mom
mhm.
that I never really got to meet. But if you just come a little bit closer to here, it doesn't go all the way out, and then you can, just be nearby.
May I approach?
Yes.
All right. So then I will use my movement. I'm assuming that the miasma won't get me if I'm like here. Is
Yeah,
that
it's got
correct?
that line around it. See the greenish
Okay.
line around? I don't know
Yeah.
if you can see that.
I can't quite see it, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
but-
assume like a 5-10 foot.
The line is. He pointed out the line to you, and it is. The line's right there.
Okay. So then I will get not right up to the line,
Mhm.
but close. Can I see approximately how big this dragon is now that I'm closer?
Yes. Did it not light up more for you when you got closer?
No.
Oh, that's because you're a human and you don't have lights.
Yes, I am a human. I don't have dark vision or anything.
Right.
She has the flashlight though.
You need
Yeah,
humor.
that's currently off, but I could turn it on if I
Oh.
wanted to.
It is about 45 feet long, crumpled. If it was uncrumpled, the dragon would probably be about 60 feet long.
Cool. And the baby, can I get it? Can I see, or is it still kind of obscured by the skull and the smoke?
Is it baby? the baby is very cute. He is. This is him. You see a very thin, long baby dragon. He looks almost sickly, but he is not. He doesn't look weak. So the scales and the skin around him are very taut. There are some points. Looks like it's almost decayed.
Mhm.
But when you see him move around inside of the skull, he's moving quickly. He's sure-footed. It doesn't act unhealthy, even though he looks like almost a zombie, like a decayed corpse. He is a lime green color. The miasma that he is sitting in is a darker green. And you can see the fog that bubbles up and rises up from it that shows you almost the clear line of where you're able to step around. He has
Okay.
bright yellow eyes with the cat slits and a very long nose, kind of like a boarzoid.
Got it. And so does it? So does he seem like he's like 6 feet long, 3 feet long?
How long? He is probably about 6 foot long from nose to tail, but
Gotcha.
the majority of his body itself, of like where the organs and all of that would be, that's probably only like 2.5 feet.
Okay.
Got a very,
so
very long
very
tail.
tiny boy
Yeah.
with very long tail. Okay. So is it at this point then that folks start leaving the room and coming to join? Should I
Yeah.
assume?
They
True.
would be approaching you as you approach the dragon. So as you guys come out of the snake cavern, you see Finn slowly starting to walk towards the baby dragon. Or I guess you might not see the baby dragon itself. You would probably see Finn walking towards a pond of poison miasma and a dragon skeleton.
And so as I'm approaching, I'll say to the dragon, so I'm really curious to hear if you have any desires and goals beyond just fulfilling your mother's legacy. Because listen, if we're talking big picture plans, the world is your oyster. There's magics you can learn to crack open someone's mind, not physically, mentally, change what they see, alter their memories, perceptions. You can pull rocks from the sky down and slam them into the earth. And there's magic so powerful that you could literally have the universe flayed before you on your exam table so you can just root around the innards and mess with what you would like.
And people don't yell at you for doing it? You're just allowed to do it?
Well, if you're trying to conquer the world, you don't ask permission.
Oh. Yeah, I like you.
Maybe
You're
Finn
good.
isn't
You're
the best
good.
to talk to the dragon.
Huh?
So I
Are
think
you
we can put our heads together, and I think we could come up with something very interesting for you. If you would be willing to potentially leave this place and come back with me.
Well, wait. Do you mean I have to leave my mom here?
No, you absolutely don't have to. We could bring her with you if you would like. Again, I would have to examine the bones a little bit. I don't know if they're haunted or if there's danger in moving them, if they must stay here. We can absolutely examine that and see what's feasible. But only what
don't-
you're comfortable with.
Think that the bones are haunted. It's just me
Mhm.
and Marilissa. So,
Mhm.
oh, do you think Marilissa would be mad at me if I left? She probably wouldn't like that very much.
If I had to hazard a guess, I would say she probably would not like it, no. It's odd to me that she would have kept you here in the first place, limiting your potential from jump, but I'm not sure what her purpose was or her plans.
Oh, she limited me. Wait. Do you think that she did that on purpose?
I'm sure of it.
Like,
Did she never at least give you the option?
no, she said that I had to stay here. Like my first traitor? Is she my first traitor? Oh my gosh, I get to
It is
kill
possible.
somebody. Yay. Okay. I'm Josh?
Are the two of you speaking in common or draconic? I don't remember if that was
Um,
established.
I don't know if I ever specified, but if the dragon responded to me in common, I would probably keep talking in common. But if at any point he slips into draconic at all, I would have switched to draconic.
He would have been responding to you in common in the beginning. But with how excited he was at the prospect of it being his first traitor, he probably would have slipped in some draconic, like, as first language, super excited type deal.
Yeah. So then I'll respond in draconic and I'll say, well, the joy of having minions is that you actually don't have to do any of the killing yourself. And in fact, why waste your time doing something that, again, anybody can do?
Okay.
We can take care of her for you if you would like.
Yes. Oh, okay. As my first act of hang on. Let me try again. 1 sec. I order you to go and kill the traitor Moralissa. She lives over there in that cave. Right over there.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. I will
then
I will turn around.
bring me her head as proof. And
Yes,
he
sir.
skitters
I
back
turn around,
into the skull.
see everybody coming out, and I say, everyone, we have our orders. We unfortunately must dispatch the snake woman. She has been deemed a traitor by the green dragon, and we must get her head as proof. Our first test.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, good news.
Let us go do that. And I will walk into the room.
I
And see
will
her dead.
follow, assuming that there is an explanation coming.
I don't know who's following in, but I'm gonna move my character.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
will
Relzrex is
100%
walking
follow
back into the
you.
room.
Yeah.
And just like stands
The-
next to her body.
I was about to say the puddle of corpses around us.
Just like, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to switch to common and start whispering. So here's the deal. This dragon has incredible ambitions and aspirations.
Of what, like helping the world, saving
Developing
them,
his own legacy.
healing the sick.
Building
What
his
kind of
own
This
legacy.
sounds beautiful.
Yes.
I'm sure you guided him in the right direction. I trust you so much with the moral sanctity of this infant.
So, he came to the conclusion that this snake woman was limiting his potential, given that she was forcing him to stay in the cave, and has deemed her a traitor. So we must bring her head to him as proof that she has been dispatched.
Crushed it. Greeted the task.
Stay less. And
But do we want to stage a little bit of a fight to make it seem like we're just doing it now? I don't know how he'll feel if we pre-killed her before the order happened.
That's fair. Buckthorn is going to take out his Morning Star, and there's like a bed next to me on the map. I'm just going to like hit one of the one of the legs, just hit it so it clashes, and he's going to do like a big ah!
I'll do a shocking
How
grab.
could
We're
you?
doing fake fighting sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I have literal training in this.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
I follow Kinsey's lead.
I look at myself in a pool of blood that's seeping from the already dead snake woman and go, I guess I got this.
I guess so. I don't know.
Relzarex is not going to take any pleasure in this. He's going to leave the acting to the rest. He is going to do the deed of removing her head while they're doing whatever they're doing.
All right.
As Relzarex cuts off Marlis's head, the snakes start to attack again. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Hell
We
yeah!
should have
Of
seen that
course.
coming. We knew that. We knew that was. Had to have seen
Yep.
that coming.
They
I just
never
drug
left.
out the corpse.
They were still there the whole time.
Yep. I've been here the whole time.
No, don't game changer.
We are rolling awesome.
Oh, great.
Oh, thank God, Kinsey.
Kinsey fucking absolutely.
Somebody knows what
crushed
they're
These
doing.
fucking snakes.
me.
Kinsey's so done with these
Motherfucking
fucking snakes.
in these motherfucking caves.
In this fucking cave.
So done with these snakes. All right, up first we have Robbie. Robbie just watched you cut his mother's head off, and he is not happy.
What?
Come on, another crit, baby.
And here comes Robbie. That's
Miss.
wow.
Nice.
Haha.
He is
Love it.
so
Oh, don't laugh.
angry and so over. Yeah, don't laugh at him. His mom just died. So angry and so overwhelmed that he lunges at you and completely misses. Kenzie, you're up.
Hit a snake, I guess?
Sure. Purple or pink?
Seems to be our best option.
I'll go for pink because pink is objectively the best color.
Sure.
And I'm
I-
just going to
Don't disagree.
Starry
Disagree.
Wisp at it.
Okay.
Objectively the best.
Do
I
you
mean,
understand what the word objectively means?
12
So the
hits.
issue is, I know
Does
you know
12
what
hit?
that means.
Yeah. How do you want that to look like?
It's just I'm feeling a little spicy because they had poisoned me earlier, so it's like a giant poison symbol that I shoot out that just envelops it and like burns it.
Mmm. Nice. So the snake
And that's
gets
my turn.
hit with the light and it hisses as it starts to disintegrate into ash. Purple is up.
Sorry.
Purple is over here, and purple is going to take a bite at Kenzie. Does a 21 hit?
Ooh.
It does.
I believe it does.
It does.
You are taking 1 poison damage and 6 piercing damage. It's Yellow Snake's turn, and Yellow Snake is also very mad that you killed its master, not mother, master, Ral, and chopped her head off.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take a lunge at you. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
That is 14 damage. 6 piercing,
I go
8
down.
poison.
I go down.
Ral is down. Ral crumples to the ground. So sad. Ral, it's your turn. Go ahead and make a death saving throw.
All right.
Yay! Success!
Love
All
that.
right. 1 success.
All right, Blue Snake. Blue Snake did not do great the last combat. His master's gone. He's just gonna start to head this way. He
Bro's
doesn't
on
want.
an adventure.
Yeah, he doesn't want no smoke. He's done. He would rather live, especially since she's gone.
This
So
is
who's
his
gonna stop
character
him?
origin story.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see
This is
him
the
again
tragic backstory.
in a couple of adventures.
The real
Shows up.
BBEG, Blue Snake.
Blue Snake
Yeah.
is actually a Titanoboa.
Up next we got Bug.
Buck's decision just became a lot more complex. No, this is the most in character thing to do. Buck is going to stow his shield onto his back And seeing Ral drop, seeing Zara drop, it's the first moment there's panic. Bucket's a very self-assured adventurer. He's been doing this for years, and it's the first time that you see, if anyone looks, that they see fear. And
If anybody would like to make a perception check, you can do that.
is it okay if I make a deception check, but at disadvantage?
A deception?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at disadvantage.
Yeah,
As in
yeah,
he's
yeah.
trying to hide it, but is far too focused on what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone wants to know. Okay. Everyone wants the fucking tea. I see how it is.
I'm not gonna know shit, so it's fine.
You people are sick. Let me have my moment.
Kinsey's clueless.
people
She
are-
might notice this.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Everybody knows!
Everyone knows except for me.
Aww.
Aww.
And if any of you tell him, you will not see the sunrise. Buck clearly isn't hiding it very well. Just absolute panic. Acts on instinct. Slaps his shield on his back. And seeing that Ral is... like, there's no way to interpose himself between the enemy because there's 3 of them. He is fully going to just cover as much of his body as he can with his body.
Oh, like lay on top of him?
Yeah, basically, but like doing his best not to make contact because, you know, Zara's unconscious. But he is effectively using himself as a human shield.
Okay.
And I was really wanted to save these, but absolutely would not be in character to wait in this moment. He's going to use his last set of lay on hands, and he's going to take a hand, and assuming that Ral is lying with one side of the face up, just going to place his hand and just rub his thumb on his cheek. Just go, "Not yet. I only just got you back. Come on. Not yet." And that is Buck's action and object interaction.
How much do I heal?
5 hit points.
Okay.
That is all he had left.
Yeah, Ralsrex just wakes up to...
It's alright. It's alright, don't worry. You're safe for the moment. I've got this one covered.
Thank you, Buck.
Anytime. Anytime.
Haziel, it's your turn.
Uh-oh. So I saw you panic. I saw Ral go down. The plan is,
There is no plan.
the plan is, the plan is there is no plan.
There is no plan.
I guess I go for an attack. Actually, I think I'm just gonna toll the dead another one of those fucking snakes. Words.
Great cantrip.
I love that one.
Yeah.
The best. Honestly, only second to Eldritch Blast for me.
Yes.
In terms of damaging cantrips.
Are you doing purple or yellow? Probably.
Purple, so I can make a hole.
Got it. Aiming throw from purple.
I'm not gonna make that joke.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right. 1d8.
That damage. 6.
Hey.
There's a ringing sound, and the snake, purple snake, Peter, the purple snake, starts to look like it's decaying a little bit as it takes 6 necrotic damage.
Mr. Snake, I don't feel so good.
Oh no!
I
He said
support
his
you,
name
Josh.
was
That was perfect.
Peter.
That was perfect.
So Finn is also startled to see Relzorex go down and can't really tell what the hell happened after. So Finn is going to run over. And which of these snakes between yellow and purple looks worse?
Purple definitely looks worse than yellow.
Okay, I'm going to try to shocking grasp the purple snake.
A 9 does not hit.
Damn it. Well, then I was going to say a nice quip to Relzorex, but since I just borked my spell, I will not be doing that. And I am just going to stand here.
No,
Now
don't
tell us what the
die.
quip was gonna be.
Oh my
Explain the
God.
joke afterwards, please.
Ugh. Yeah, it wasn't even going to be a joke. I was just going to be like, get your head in the game, Longclaw. My head is not in the game, so I can't say shit right now.
Fair.
Hit your head in the game, Longclaw. Huh.
Yeah, exactly that. So Finn will be silent and just hang out there.
Sometimes silence is the best option.
Exactly.
Kinsey, you're up.
I guess I'll go after the purple one.
Yeah.
He's been hit before, yeah?
He has been hit.
I'm going to do my first unarmed strike. Ooh.
Hey.
Wait, you said I could use dexterity for it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's +2 to this. Oh no, I fixed it. My Tavern Brawler unarmed strike. Okay.
Either way, that hits.
So the way Kinsey does unarmed strikes is she kicks. She's all about her legs. So she just hops forward a little bit and like punts the snake.
I'm thinking like full taekwondo spin kick.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Nice.
You kicked it out of existence.
Yeah.
Just kick it into
Speed
the wall,
rocket
slow
blasting off
slide
again.
down.
Oh god, that's so much worse than mine.
He's very dead.
It's like those sticky toys. The little like, sticky
Oh my
sticks
God.
you throw it to the wall.
Like when
Yes.
you throw
Like-
it at a wall to see if it's
Yeah,
stick.
and it slowly. Kinsey comes up, takes a step, punts this snake into the wall. It goes splat, and then its head goes down and it sticks, and then its butt goes down and then sticks, and then its head goes down and it falls off the wall in a little crumpled pile.
And when she noticed the lay on hands, she gets a very, very wide grin.
Yep.
You're so
That's a-
lucky the buck is distracted right now.
Is that a
Such a
oh
big
my
smile.
oh my gosh, it's happening grin?
I don't think she's ever known Buck to like anyone. So now
Mm.
she's very excited about this prospect.
Yeah,
she
to be
likes
fair,
romance.
all of the flirting
This
has
is
happened
perfect.
in private so far.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. Up next.
Well, hey,
We
look,
have-
I wasn't flirting. I was taking care of one of my
Yes.
comrades. Thank you very much. I'm just not really afraid when they went down, okay?
Yeah.
That's all Finn knows.
Up next is Yellow Snake. Did we?
It's Robbie's turn.
Oh! Robbie never got to attack, and Kinsey took his turn. Now it's Robbie's turn. I'm doing so good. Don't give me time off, folks, because I forget how to play this game entirely.
Hey.
I've been playing
It's all good.
Shopkeep 2. This is not Shopkeep 2.
Mm,
Yep.
At the same time.
yes.
See, that's why I
Yeah.
can't keep track of initiative. I'm too busy selling potions and making wolf shirts. Robbie is going to try to bite Rao, but with a disadvantage because Buck is on top of him. in a protective way. You
Hmm.
freaks.
Yes. Definitely just that.
Let's not make this weird, guys.
Does a 14 hit?
That's a miss.
It's a miss. He
14's a miss.
lunges, and his little tiny fangs bounce off of the back of Buck's shield. Now it's the yellow snake's turn. And the yellow snake just saw Kenzie punt Paul, the purple snake. So he's going to try to take a bite out of Kenzie. Oh my god. That's a crit fail.
I like how it says fumble.
Fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is fun. We're we playing Blood Bowl here?
He lunges at Kenzie and completely misses, slams his face into the wall and chips one of his fangs. Row's turn.
So Ral is currently lying on his back with Buckthorn on top of him.
Platonically.
Platonically.
Platonically,
Hmm.
of course. I don't think I can necessarily get up right now because I feel
You try
like
and get up, I'll let you, because you can move through a friendly space, but whether or not you
Okay.
can or can't because you want to is up to you.
I mean I can get up, but
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
anyway.
Damn.
It's platonic.
I used to
Yes,
just
it's platonic. I think Relzrex, yeah, if Buck is not trying to keep him on the ground for his safety, Relzrex will stand up. Again, like, thank you for the save, Buck. And then
Literally couldn't stop myself.
that's fair. Bonus action. Hunter's Mark on Robbie, the snake who's been fucking him up the most.
It really has. Though.
Him.
And then we'll make a. So once again, he just like crosses his swords and a spark ignites, and that just kind of makes like a faint green mark appear on Robbie's forehead. And then main hand short sword attack.
Oh! Hits.
Is a 14 a hit? On
It
Robbie?
does.
Okay.
Redemption
Cool,
arc.
yes.
Here we go.
Let's go!
So that is 9 damage.
How do you want to redeem yourself?
Okay.
Yes.
So after killing and then decapitating Robbie's mom and getting knocked down by him, Relzrex is just gonna turn to this snake and be like, yeah, I've had enough of you, and just like slashes, takes him out. I've already used my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark once this turn, so I can't recast it immediately, but I still get a free offhand attack, so we'll use that on Yellow Snake. The Hunter's Mark of damage does not apply here, though, obviously.
Just gonna pop the bathroom.
Is a 17 a hit?
Yeah, sure. 17 fucking hits.
Okay. 4 damage
Oh,
on Yellow Snake.
yep.
And just like Relzrex is winded, he just got knocked down, he just got brought back up, but he knows how to push himself to his limits in survival situations, so he's doing what he can. And that is my turn.
Blue Snake's turn. He's having a little bit of trouble getting up the cliff. But he made it, and he is headed out towards his new life. He's get going.
I'm so excited for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish him the best.
Mm-hmm.
He made the
I
correct
want him to
decision
become a
today.
lawyer.
To become a lawyer? Okay.
Yeah.
Noted. It is Finn's correct turn in initiative.
All right. So I will try and shocking grasp this freaking snake. Fingers crossed it works.
It doesn't.
13?
Nope.
Abysmal.
least
okay.
At least you talked to the dragon good.
Yeah. I'm just like the
Eventually.
sparks are fizzing on my hands, and I'm like trying to get it out, and it's just not working. And then I'm
Get
gonna
your head
quickly
in the
turn.
game, better weather.
I know. And then Finn's gonna turn to Relsvax and just say, Longclaw, status check. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Buck, you're up.
First things first.
Mm.
You good?
I'm standing. It's enough for now.
Good enough till we get out of this. Exactly. You know, this reminds me of the hunt that we did. And if I ever see you do that shit again, I'll raise you and I'll kill you myself. We square?
Noted.
Good. Yellow Snake still alive?
Yellow Snake is still technically alive.
Cool, I'm gonna try and powder his skull.
Oh,
The verbiage.
right.
Buckthorn's not happy.
Go ahead. How do you want to do this?
Exactly what I said.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. Like, statistically, he uses a Morning Star. Buckthorn just stomps on its skull. He's not happy.
The snake is dead. And the snake's skull smushed. Tooth extra broken. Yeah.
And then I'm going to move here. Are we good? Are there any more snakes?
No more snakes. There's technically Blue Snake, but he's leaving. It's your guys' choice if you want to let him leave and become a lawyer, or if you want to go and try to kill him.
No, he
Snake
can
Ventura,
go ahead and
Ace
turn him. I believe
Detective.
in him.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, yeah. He can go
Um,
do his own thing.
But besides
that
that,
case.
you can drop out of initiative if you're gonna let Blue Snake run away.
Cool.
Okay.
I am gonna walk up to Ral and do a cure wounds.
Thank you.
Just you. Well, you know, blood's supposed to be on the inside,
Agreed.
but yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit of panic, a little bit of bleh. Again, it's kind of the golden healing light, but there's flecks of black inside of it. What would normally feel kind of like a warm healing thing is actually more kind of like you know, the icy part of the icy hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that. There it is. We did it.
All right.
We did it, gamers.
That brings Relzrex all the way up to 19. He's feeling much better.
You're not allowed to die yet.
Thank you,
Longclaw, you good
Haziel.
to finish the mission?
Always. Let's I think the snakes are taken care of. He'll just crouch down and pick up the head that he had already decapitated.
Just before we go back out there, couple things. First things first. Actually, three things. First things first. We as a group have just had our first companion go down. How's everyone feeling? Are we okay?
Are you okay?
I'm okay. Let's get not something I'm a stranger to. It's never fun, but I'm good to complete the mission, get our objective taken care of, and process it later.
Okay. 2. Kinsey. You nailed it. I know you've been practicing that kick for so long. You crushed it.
It felt so good. I
I
think I
bet
need to
it
do
did.
that more.
I think you should do that all the time. That was so cool.
I need to do that more.
Absolutely.
It felt right.
I get that. Sort of fits, you know? You found your
Yeah.
niche, your flow. Next.
I grew.
Finally. Oop. Exactly. Found the music. Just Finn, just, you know, nothing majorly important. Before you guys switched into Draconic, did I hear something about you encouraging the dragon to take over the world?
No, I was encouraging the dragon to figure out his own legacy, and that he was limiting himself by just doing what the snake woman told him to do. Who's to know what that legacy will look like?
Also, I do just want to be clear, we are being quiet in this moment.
Yeah, all whispers.
Yeah.
All whispers. But yeah, okay. I mean, honestly, that's fair. The whole idea of predetermination is, I at least believe, kind of bullshit. But are we, as a group, do we want to just let this thing rip? Like, it feels like, you know, we're just sort of encouraging it to
I have a plan,
alter.
if that's what you're worried
assume as
about.
such. Oh no,
I-
let me be clear, Finn. This wasn't worry. I wanted to know. I wanted to know what's going on. I trust
understand.
you. I want to be let in.
Ah, I see. It is helpful to communicate. When you're working with others. I understand. So my plan is that this young dragon, I have told him that he needs to hone skills, improve abilities, because right now the legacy that was given to him with no other option is limiting. My plan was to bring him back to Elidor's.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then Elidor can, as a very powerful wizard, can hopefully help him build the legacy that he needs to build through knowledge.
Excellent.
I'm here for it.
To be clear in this next sentence, I am not your teacher, but regardless in this moment, top marks. Well done.
Thank you.
Let's go corral a baby dragon, I guess.
We're not going to corral a baby dragon. We are going to entreat a very powerful entity. Empower that entity.
Gas 'em up. Yeah.
As you said,
Yeah.
gas them
Understood.
up.
I didn't know what you said, but I know what Kinsey said.
I reckon that you'll probably be doing most of the talking. So, Finn, is it alright if I do the same thing I did back at Elidor's place and place my hand on your shoulder?
Of course.
Jeez. Place my hand on their shoulder. I'm gonna place my hand on Finn's shoulder and I just go, hey, to be clear, I wouldn't have walked away if I didn't trust you to have a plan. You got this. And I cast guidance.
Amazing. I'm going to quickly turn to the group. I wasn't here, obviously. Which one of you felled her?
Relzrex holds up the head. That was me.
Great. So then I think credit is due where it's due. And so I feel like you should present the head. I'm happy to intercede on your behalf, but I do feel that you should take credit for that.
Absolutely willing to. I guess at that point, Brelzrax will walk out of the room.
And I will follow side by side.
Carrying Marlissa's head.
Finn will say in Draconic, "My lord, your will is done."
Oh, good, excellent, thank you. Please, dutiful servant, present the traitor's head.
And I gesture to Relzorax.
Relzorax will go down on one knee and just hold the head out in both of his hands, just to the edge of the cloud of miasma.
You see a tiny green dragon head pop out of the nostril of his mother's skull. And this is the first time that Finn has had a clear view of him as well. He pops his little head out and he's like, Oh, wow. You guys, wait, you did it and I didn't have to cast any spells on you? It looks at Finn in Draconic and is like, this smart people stuff, I kind of like that. Okay. Okay, so if I'm
He
gonna
just
go
gives
to
an encouraging thumbs up.
if I'm gonna go to school, I've been thinking while you guys were off, killing her for me. I think I want to get a different name.
Ooh. Names are
Yeah.
important. Names are the essence of things.
Yeah, I think I want it to be something cool, like Syllabus or Thesaurus or maybe Phosphorus. What do you think?
I like
Phosphorus is cool.
Is he speaking in Draconic
you could
still or
just-
common?
The words are in common, like the three names, Syllabus, Thesaurus, and Phosphorus. But up until then, that was Draconic.
Got it. Can I just really quickly, randomly, can I just breathe in a little bit? What does the not enough to suck in poison gas, but what does the sort of ambient poisonous vapor smell like?
The closer that you get to the rotting skeleton, the closest real world experience that you would have had, it smells like a swamp. Like a festering swamp that has still water and algae all over the place. It is very thick, very putrid, rotten. Does not smell great.
Does it smell sulfurous at all?
Like eggs, yes.
Okay. So then I'm going to look at the dragon and say that these are excellent names. May I offer a suggestion?
Oh, well, I mean, you've had a bunch of good suggestions so far. Do you not like my names?
Oh, no, I think the names are great. And I think, especially with the phosphorus one, that you've gone in a very intriguing direction. If I may just offer, in addition to that, you mentioned, your mother and your mother's legacy. And so if we're going the route of natural elements, things that are immutable, I wonder if maybe sulfur could be an option as it vibes with the current ambiance of your surroundings, and then you can take that with you wherever you go.
Well, I don't know what sulfur is, but it sounds pretty cool. And you think that my mom would like it?
I do not know your mother, but I can only imagine that the greatest joy any parent could feel is their child making a name for themselves.
Okay. Okay, so...
How about phosphorus sulfide?
Ooh. Finn is going to gesture to Kinsey. What do you think about this name, my lord? A
Great
combination
stage
of the
name.
word you like and your past.
Oh, and then they could call me PS for short.
It's a chemical used on matches.
Oh, I love it. That sounds great. There is a problem though. I don't know how to spell that. It sounds
I don't
fast.
think anyone else does either, so you could say it, do it however you want.
Someone does. Okay.
Phosphor.
He knew it was a P.
F-U-R.
He knew it started with a P.
Sounds like he's doing it right. Those sound like
if you would
letters.
like, my lord, this can be the first step of your learning journey to becoming the ancient dragon you were born to be.
Learning how to spell my name. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
got it. All right. So what do we do now?
So, the first thing we need to do is get you a teacher. I'm more than happy to supplement, but I am also still in my learning journey as well. There are people far smarter and far more powerful than me. And in fact, we happen to know one. So if it would please you, we would be more than happy to guide you and act as an envoy, if you will, to assist you from getting from here to there. It's only a day's journey away. It's not that far.
Okay.
But is that something that you would be open to?
Yeah, I think that this schooling thing would be pretty good because I do want to definitely control people and I really do want to manipulate people, and it would be really cool to have a bunch of followers that are my own, but the part where I don't get in trouble for doing it, that sounds even like the best.
It's difficult, not for the faint of heart.
Okay. So I think, yeah, I definitely want to do the schooling thing. But does that mean that I have to let my prisoners go?
Well, I guess that depends. Do you feel that these prisoners add value, or just like the snake woman, are they merely holding you back?
Well, they are my first prisoners, so they are kind of sentimental. Yeah.
Why not let them go? You have your eyes set on bigger, better things in the future.
But don't I need servants? Or do they provide servants at school?
They will provide servants at school.
If you're about to call for a deception check, technically the spell Unseen Servant means that's not a lie.
Exactly. And again, as far as Finn knows, that is absolutely correct. You get servants when you go to school.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. But if I let them go, they'll let them. I know. Ooh, I've got it. Okay. I am going to be a gracious green dragon, and I am going to let these people go. Not because they were my servants or prisoners, but because I was trying to save them all along. That's right. I, the awesome phosphorus sulfide, I played the long game, and I made sure that they stayed alive while Maralissa was the one actually capturing them here. And then now I have you guys, and I was able to get you to kill her, so now these people can be set free. I am wonderful.
So benevolent.
Yes, indeed I am.
Well done, child.
Yay.
I would reach to pat your head. Fear my hand may burn.
You know, I've never had my head pat before.
Then it's worth it. And I reach in and I try and pat its head.
Okay. You need a Constitution saving throw.
I don't care if it burns me, you will feel my pride. Oh, did I accidentally roll twice? I did.
Yes.
Oh no, the first one was a 9. I was fully prepared to take damage for this. I'm okay with that.
You're poisoned until the for the next minute in game. Meh.
That's fine. He
Worth
that's
it.
fully worth it to him.
Is you pat the dragon's
He
head
reaches
and
in.
he's like, oh, this feels like, is this a praise? Did I get a praise?
You did. You released the prisoners. You did a really cool thing. That means that you get praise.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Yeah, man.
so if I'm benevolent elsewhere and release more prisoners that other bad monsters get, then I get more praise?
100%.
Ooh, okay.
And if somebody questions that, bring them to me.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Oh, you know, Marlissa, she's an idiot. This school stuff sounds pretty good.
This is why she has no head.
Yes, because I have ordered so. Fantastic.
Because you are so benevolent.
Yes.
Well, this is an incredibly exciting development, I think.
At this point in the conversation, I think Relzarex wants to walk out of the cave. Like, he will be like, oh gracious phosphorus sulfide, if I may take your leave momentarily, I just would like to go out and check something before any further discussion continues, if that is acceptable to you.
Oh, well, I mean, you are my most prized fighter that I've ever had. So, I mean, you're gonna come back, right?
Absolutely. I just have something I need to check on, and then I will be right back, if that is acceptable to you.
Okay. As long as you come back, then otherwise, I might have to send somebody else after you.
I will be back. You have my word on it. And he'll, places, a fist over his heart.
Oh, I like that. That's good, too. Okay, be safe, and... Oh, I know how this works. I, the great P.S., relieve you momentarily, but demand your return.
Your demands shall be met. Oh, great one.
Fantastic. He has his little paws on top of the skull a little bit, and he's doing little happy tippy tappies, kind of like how dogs do when they get excited and their front feet start to go. So he's a little tippy tappy going on, happy about that.
Yeah. Okay. So Relzarex is going to walk outside.
Mm-hmm.
Are the guards and what's his face still out there?
The group of the 4 guys are still in their little corner. You pass them while you're walking out. Yes.
Okay.
The guard that is out front, Armin, he is currently watching Blue Snake slither by.
Okay. Relzarex is just gonna not say anything, walk right past them, and then stop, and then loudly just yell into the forest, "Yo, Elidor, I know you're here. Show up. Please."
Pull up.
Go ahead. Is this an intimidation
This is awesome.
or a persuasion?
I'm not even going to try to think that I could intimidate Elidor into doing anything, so this is a persuasion.
Okay.
This is me calling to his better judgment.
Okay.
So, do I have to follow Buckthorn's lead, do I have a reflective surface nearby? Actually, no. I'm going to pull out my own mirror and guidance
Brother,
myself.
you carry a mirror,
Yeah,
man.
you
Go
got the
for it.
mirror.
have a
Fucking use
mirror.
it.
Yeah, I will cast guidance on myself and then roll this persuasion check.
While this is happening inside the cave, I'm just saying to the dragon, like,
25.
the blade cat. Oh, shit.
Yeah. So as you're like, hey, yo, Elidor, pull up, man. A golden mist starts to swirl around you, and then it condenses into a metallic golden butterfly and then pops into Elidor standing in front of you. You called? What's up, bro?
We have managed to resolve the situation with the young green dragon peacefully, on condition that you are willing to take him on and teach him how to be a more powerful and better person.
Oh, wow.
Is that
Okay.
something you're cool with?
Yeah, that's, yeah, totally cool with that. That's absolutely the outcome that I expected here.
Okay. I'm sure we'll get notes, but for now, just wanted to make sure that you were aware before we just drag him back with us. Also, any chance you could just bring him home with you right now? Because I feel like there'd be a lot of problems that would be solved by not walking back into Redwood Watch with, Death at Sunset's child in tow.
There is a lot of reasons why I chose you, as part of this group. But, you are surpassing those reasons immensely. Yeah, I would be able to take him back with you. Do you think he would prefer me in, my wizard form, or should I just transport him without him knowing I'm taking him?
I think being in your wizard form and communicating it to him would be better than doing it without his knowledge, because I feel like that would just have the potential to lead to confusion and hurt feelings and danger to either you or him.
Very wise decision indeed. Yeah, sure. Come on, let's go. I do have a question though, definitely, about the presence I'm feeling inside. Did you guys do this entire... Did you... There's only 5 of you here.
Yes. Belakir caught the dragon pox.
Oh, that... I've heard of some people who have had dragon pox before. Terrible stuff.
Insight check. Insight check.
Yep.
Guidance insight check.
You catch
15.
that you catch that he said had, and not heard first.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to follow up on that question, you can.
Interesting.
Oh, you have some personal experience with the disease then.
Oh, yes. Personal as in I've had some acquaintances who have had dragon pox before.
Okay. Well, I can appreciate that you are familiar with what it can do to a person.
Terrible stuff.
Absolutely. Was that the only question you were asking as to the presence you were sensing, or was there more to that?
Nope, that's it. I was just wondering, because everybody looked fine when y'all left, so making sure nobody died or anything. That would be terrible. Die on your first mission.
No one died.
Good. All right, well, let's see my newest pupil.
Sounds like a plan. And Relsrex will assume that Elidor can figure out how to see for himself and will just walk back into the cave.
Yeah, Elidor has no problem seeing for himself.
I wonder why.
You come back in and phosphorus sulfide and I just playing catch. Like, I get the feeling you haven't come to do this, kiddo. I think you'd enjoy this a lot.
Oh yeah, okay, okay. Hey!
There
I
you go.
see a long, slender baby dragon. He's 6 feet long, very skinny. Definitely looks like he has holes in his wings, but he's still able to flap and use them.
Right. I'm going to throw it. You're going to jump up. And you're going to bat it back to me. You ready?
Okay, I got it, yeah.
Go.
Ooh, okay, nice. Yeah! So he jumps up and he does almost like a somersault in the air and hits it with his tail.
Nice. That's my guy right there.
All right, this is great. I love this. And we are going to take a quick intermission.
Cool.
Yay!
Okay.
We will be
I'll
right
never
back.
forget you.
See
We
you
won't forget
shortly.
you because we will see you shortly. If you haven't,
Yes.
go get a drink. Go eat some food. Take your medicine.
Mm.
Maybe give yourself a high five. Get up and stretch. Do the things. We will be back shortly. Hello.
So am I walking back in with Elidor at this point?
Yeah,
Okay.
you are. You walk in
I-
with Elidor. As you're walking in, you see Buck and Phosphorus playing catch.
Okay. I will approach to like here. With Elidor following me. And then take a knee again and say, oh, great and benevolent phosphorus sulfide, I have retrieved your potential instructor.
Already?
He is very pleased to meet you.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, you are such a good, loyal subject. I should get you some sort of, like, award.
Your thanks is a award enough.
Do you want... Hang on. Wait a minute. Okay. He scurries back into the skull. And then you hear some cracking noises. And then he comes back out. And he hands each of you a dragon tooth.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
Alright. Pocket that shit.
I know that it's not much because it's just like a tooth or whatever, but I really like my mom's teeth and I think that they look pretty cool. So, I hope that this is, a token of my appreciation for, everybody's help here and a, commitment to your loyalty.
Thank you very much.
That's very kind of you. Thanks, man.
Oh, you're
So
welcome.
cool.
Oh, just to be clear.
Mm.
I said man earlier. Man, woman, neither, somewhere between. How do you feel?
Well, I feel kind of cold, actually. It's kind of chilly and damp in here.
Do you want a hug?
Like,
I get
You
very
mean, like-
warm hugs.
crawl inside of your skull and go to take a nap? That's how my mom hugs me.
No, like,
Oh.
that's for you and your mom. I wouldn't want to interrupt that or steal that. We can make our own thing.
Okay. Yeah, I do like playing ball, so, like, you've got fun activities, too. Show me let me see your hug.
Okay. I'm gonna put up my arms like this. You're going to jump. And
Okay.
you're gonna wrap your tail around me,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hold you.
Okay. Yeah.
And just rest your head right here.
Okay. Got it. Wait. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Okay. You ready?
Ready.
Go. Perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
He leaps up. His front arms hook onto your shoulders. Little head nestles right into
Cool.
the crook of your neck. His tail wraps
Mhm.
around your waist and then one of your legs so that he doesn't trip you. And he's also careful not to poke you in your eyeballs with his wings.
Thanks for being careful with your wings.
Yeah, they're
really
kind of
cool, yeah.
big.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yay.
Do you feel any warmer now?
Yeah, this is nice. You're so hot. Be cool. You're
Velcrex agrees.
You're radiating warmth, and I have never felt like another being so hot. Be cool. It is quite comforting.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. It's very nice. Have you eaten today?
Well, I've eaten some centipedes.
Okay. You ever had a protein snack before?
Centipedes have protein.
They do, but you haven't tried my protein snacks yet.
Can I do a real quick history check to make sure that dragons can eat good berries?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Just to make sure we don't
Am I
accidentally
accidentally going to
poison him?
Poison the dragon.
anaphylactic shock this dragon?
12.
Talk about shock and awe.
Most animals that are alive and creatures can eat good berries. It's a pretty universal, safe food.
Okay, perfect.
If you want. You don't have to. It's an offer for a reason, but... And I sort of, like, behind my shoulder so that it's in front of his head, I'm just gonna put, like, a protein snack in front of his mouth to be like, you can try it if you want. If not, no worries.
He smells it, and as his breath exhales onto your hand, you can feel the temperature around your hand drop. And it's a little stingy. It doesn't poison you or do any damage to you, but it definitely feels like there's weird... Like, he could hurt you if he really wanted to. But he smells it, and he's like, okay, well, you guys haven't done anything bad yet, so... and he
Don't plan on it.
carefully takes a little nibble out of your hand, off of your hand, and does not bite you. He's gentle.
Thanks for being so careful. It's really cool of you.
Well, I gotta take care of my most important subjects. That way, you guys can tell all of the lesser peons how great I am.
We have to spread your message.
Indeed, you do. You said that this is gonna be my teacher?
Elidor followed me in, right?
Yeah, Elidor followed you in.
Then-
He's
then
standing
yes.
behind you.
May I present Elidor the Curious?
He curls underneath Buck's arm and around his back, so now Buck has him like a backpack, and puts his head on top of Buck's head to make him even more tall.
I stand on my tiptoes.
Oh yeah, good idea.
I got you, man. I got you. I will say as
Hello.
well, Buckman is already like 6'8", so this guy is like
Oh wow.
way up there.
Elidor is tall and lanky, but he is not 6'8". So you guys are towering over this frail, feeble man. He is frail and feeble. Look at him. He's skinny and old.
That's not what I was doing the air quotes at.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You used the
them.
word man.
Yeah.
Hello, Elidor? It is I, Phosphorus Sulfide, previously known as Sunset is Nigh, but I have forgone that name to have a more studious name. Oh hey, you're my new dragon pupil, yeah? I sent these guys here to help with the watch to see what was going on, and it turns out it was you. That's and they decided that you can come and stay and study with me.
Just in case he needs to make a check, Rex is like finger gunning Elidor for this.
Okay.
If I may, Master Elidor, Phosphorus Sulfide has expressed an interest in understanding the mysteries of the universe, how magic perforates our surroundings. And so I think if given time and if he applies himself well, he may turn out to be a rather prodigious pupil of the arcane.
Yes, I'm going to be a prodigious pupil of the arcane, and I'm going to be able to learn how to manipulate people's minds and make them think that I am the best. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can come and study with me. That's definitely not a problem, and definitely what I sent these people out here to do. Instead of going straight back to the town that you did terrorize for a little bit, I'm just gonna bring you back to my study straight from here. I didn't terrorize the town. Those people were under the control of Moralissa. Yeah, okay, sure. We'll talk about that. Sure! That sounds good. Wait, do I get to pack anything or take anything with me? Or am I just gonna get all new stuff? Ooh, do I get a school uniform? No, I don't actually have a school uniform. You can take some stuff with you if you want.
I'm gonna very quickly interrupt, and I'm gonna reach into my backpack, and I'm gonna pull out. I just checked my inventory to see if I had anything to give Phosphorus, because they said they were cold, and I saw I had robes. So I'm gonna pull out from my backpack, and I'm just gonna go, this could be a uniform. And it's just like, it is the typical wizard robes. Like, there's no other way I know how to explain it other than the wizard robes.
I can put on my robe and wizard hat.
Absolutely.
Oh boy, okay. He scuttles down and he takes the robes into his mother's skull. And then he comes back out with his robes on, and they're already decayed and have holes in them. But he's happy. He's thrilled.
Making it his own.
It's an aesthetic.
I just got an idea, but I'll come back to it eventually.
Okay.
In terms of bringing other things with you, it's possible that Elidor may be able to transport some stuff right now. But if there are larger things, bulkier things, we will be returning to Elidor's abode within the next day or so. So we would be more than happy to bring things to you, should you need them.
Yes, absolutely. I task you to bring some of my belongings back to the school so that I have them. But, I don't need all of the things here, honestly. There's two things that I really care about the most. There is an ivory comb and a golden cup that I really like, and I use the cup to drink out of all the time. And the comb I use to clean underneath my claws. Because I don't have hair, but it works, you know?
Absolutely. And are these things somewhere amongst your mother's body, or are they located elsewhere?
No, they're around the corner here, but they're I kind of use it like a pantry. I think that's what it's called. So there's some of my items and my belongings, and also my food.
Is your food alive?
Yeah, is your food not alive usually? Do you eat dead food?
Only when I'm about to eat it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, my food's still fresh.
Okay.
We can find those items for you. No problem, and we will bring them back
Get
to
that
you.
done.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. And Elidor, do you think that maybe we could come back in a different time to maybe get my mom's skull, perhaps, so that we can take it with us? Oh yeah, for sure we can go and get that later. But, you know, probably want to let the magic chill out a little bit, you know? We'll probably come back and get it in a couple of weeks before it's safe to take it away. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I can wait a little bit. So, you guys you're gonna stay here and get my stuff, and I'm gonna go with him, and then I see you loyal servants soon, yes?
Of course.
Can't wait, big guy.
Absolutely.
And before you go, I'm going to walk over to Phosphorus Sulfide and kneel, and I'm going to put the tooth that he gave me into one of his hands and say, since we aren't able to bring your mother immediately, you can at least take a little piece and have a little part of her with you for now.
Oh. Yeah, that's nice. You guys did a bunch of nice things for me, and I've only known you for like, I don't know, an hour maybe? Oh,
Default
okay.
should be nice to people.
Okay, yeah.
Like that should be the default. Start out nice.
And
Only get mean
then
if you have to.
manipulate. Got it. Nice first, then manipulate.
Only if you have to.
Oh, only if you have to.
Only if you, because if you're nice enough, people
Yeah.
will do things anyway. Yeah.
Some might say being nice is a form of manipulation.
Okay, got it. He takes the claw, and he has it in his hand, and he's kind of like walking on 3 legs so that he doesn't step on the claw or crush or tooth and crush it. And then he climbs up Elidor, how he was climbed up on Buck, much less tall. Not a fan. And he's like, "Okay, I'm ready. I've got my robe, I've got my wizard hat, and I got my mom's tooth. Everything I need. Besides my cup and my comb."
But you're comfortable leaving everything else behind?
Well, there's not much there that I really need. There's some like scrolls and potions, some weird dust stuff that every time that I drop it, things disappear. I don't know what that's about. And there's a mirror that's up there. You guys seem to like mirrors, so you could probably have that one. An orb.
I do like mirror.
There's a cool looking orb and a couple of moonstones. They're neat. We could probably take those and like sell them. We could sell them for more than they're worth if we're really nice to people. That's a good idea.
This
There's a
kid
lot-
is getting it. Oh my god.
There's a lot of money.
You've already unlocked capitalism.
And there is there's a really cool looking sword, but I don't like to touch it because it's I don't want to touch it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
No one's gonna make you touch anything.
I'm gonna get the Elidor, and then I'll see you guys in a little bit. Yeah, okay?
We'll see
Absolutely.
you later, bud.
Absolutely, Foss.
Okay.
Be safe.
Count some headbutts before you go.
Yes, please.
Nice. Pat, 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 pat.
All right. He takes his head pats. He like nuzzles Elidor's shoulder, and Elidor and Phosphorus poof into a golden mist.
Finn is making a beeline for the corpse.
The miasma
gonna
is still
him.
there,
The
Finn.
smoke. The
Yes.
smoke.
No. I'm not jumping into the poison cloud. I'm just
I was about to say, like,
moving
I will
intent
tackle
to
Finn.
circumvent.
Like,
No.
So, do we want to deal with the food before we start getting into the shit here? Like,
I think it's the best idea.
we've already had some unfortunate experiences with centipedes in the last couple days, and I think it'd be best to deal with them preemptively.
So a couple things that I would like to point out while you guys make your decisions. You could possibly take a short rest or a long rest. There is a bed over there. You still need to inform the prisoners that they are free.
Yep.
We could say
You-
pep class.
Or not. I mean, whatever.
Cowards.
There is
That's
the sword in the skeleton, and I think Finn wants some knee bones. And then
Finn's not the only one.
there
Yeah,
is...
I have like a full list of what I'm getting for myself in Resurrect, so
Yeah.
And then there is the area, the pantry area.
Finn, before you absolutely just decimate the corpse of this dragon, could you make sure to grab me the ball joint in the shoulder? Thanks.
And I think Phosphorus Sulfide communicated that he is still interested in the skull.
correct.
So I
Right.
think it would be best for us to leave that as intact as possible.
Correct. I would say we only take what we need.
Yep.
Inevitably, when we go back to that town, I'm certain curious townsfolk and potentially looters will come. So we may wish to lie to them somehow, because I worry that the skull will not be here if they come back a few weeks from now.
Should we take the skull with us to see Elidor?
It might not be a bad idea.
Did I, DM, when Elidor said that he wanted to leave the skull for now to let the magic settle, do I have any idea what he was referring to?
You can make an Arcana check.
Guidance.
Plus a d4. Do.
We could tell them the cave's haunted.
15.
The cave is haunted. Woo. Yes. He was referring to letting the magic settle to let the miasma that was being powered by this new dragon aura to it would slowly seep back into the ground. So you think that if you take the skull out of the miasma, the skull itself is probably going to be fine to travel with.
Okay. I will relay that to the team.
So
I reckon we can take the skull.
How big is the skull?
The skull is about 10 feet long.
That's fine, I'll farm it.
We may be able to convince the townspeople to lend us a wagon,
good
seeing
point.
that we have just saved their village.
So do we want to talk to the prisoners and right away, or wait, or what do we think? Do we want to send them on their way?
I suggest we wait.
Okay.
I suggest we wait because that way we can control the flow of information.
Fair.
Correct. Perhaps somebody
It's all-
should watch them, though, to make sure they don't run off on their own.
Well, I think I might be necessary in taking care of these centipedes, so I'll stick here.
We want to just take care of the centipedes quick, and then someone can go. I'd be more than willing to keep an eye on them if no one else wants to, after the centipedes are dealt with and the area is secure. I could honestly use a breather at this point, probably.
Probably wise.
So,
Can we get around this dragon corpse without entering into the miasma? Just like if we hug the walls.
Yeah, you can see down
Okay.
on the bottom side. You can.
Let's go
Okay.
kill some centipedes.
Yeah.
I'll.
Agreed. I'll head in first.
Oh, do we take a short rest? Is that thing
You
happened, or
have not said that you were going to do
we
that.
want to.
I would like a little teeny tiny rest?
Fair.
Okay.
I'm up for an hour break if that would be good for some of us.
Yeah, bet.
Yeah, I just
So-
need to
Sounds good to me.
stretch.
Okay.
I will use my arcane recovery feature then.
Bet. I'm going to go to the snake lady's corpse, the beheaded one, and just do some rites, and that's going to be the whole thing of my rest.
Okay.
Rites and like little murmurs of like, okay, so you were really mean, but it's okay. I'm not the one to judge you.
Do your companions see you change, or is it only the dead people that see when you change?
Only the dead.
Only the dead.
Also, I have 2 inspiration to hand out as I play my lute and try really hard to wear out these strings.
Relzerex would
Does
take
anyone
one,
need
but
heroic inspiration?
I also can give out 2 heroic inspiration
There's so many humans.
as
I mean, I'll take one if people got inspiration.
That one's
lying around.
musician for me.
Oh,
yeah, this
musician.
is my musician read.
Got it.
yeah, Relzerex will absolutely take one
I'll
because he
take one.
doesn't get them naturally.
Who I'll give one to Haziel and to Kinsey. So Kinsey's covered.
Tonka.
Thank you. The music is very inspiring. Very pleasant.
I'm trying out my rock music
Ooh.
just to like really put these strings through their paces.
Just drop
So
the dragon force.
Exactly.
For my inspiration, it's not I'm not actually playing music. I just go up to Haziel. If they're already doing the rites, then I'll wait. But if it's like afterwards, then I'll just be like, hey. Thanks.
Mm. Yeah.
Taking care of Zara. You did really, really good in that.
Yeah, you looked really concerned. And you guys are important to me. You're my friends. And you know, if you guys are gonna, you know, whatever you do, yeah, I'm gonna. So yeah, you're important, and I don't know words, but I'm gonna. Words are. Y'all are great. I'm going to make sure you don't die. Yes.
Thank you for making sure that we don't die. I don't know what you saw, but a good old friend of mine was unconscious, and I helped them. Are we on the same page?
I'm not reading a book.
Can I roll a perception and an insight check on? Well, a perception and if I hear it, an insight check on that whole
Yeah.
exchange.
Yeah. It's super low DC. It's like a 10 because you guys are all in the same room together. It's a very small room.
No, we're not.
Are we not? Or did you guys not go?
Haziel went to the snake lady.
Yeah,
I
I'm
went to follow Haziel to the snake lady.
Did you guys not just
And
go back to the room to take a rest?
Ral is
I stayed outside.
Ral is still down by the dragon corpse, right?
I'm scoping out bones.
Because you're not moving your characters. Where is UB? Move your tokens, please. So I know where UB is.
So I got a 10 on my perception, which
Haziel's
if
in
I
here.
don't think I would necessarily be in the same room. So it's fine if I don't hear it.
Buck
But-
is in here
That's your call.
with the corpse.
I
Where
don't
do
know
you-
where I would be. Wherever people were hanging out the most so that I could play music for them.
Yeah.
I think, honestly,
Where are there the most people?
Relzarex is just like slumped down against the wall here.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, because it's the place where he can do it closest to the dragon corpse without blocking any. I guess actually people can walk through his square. He's slumped down here, just like sitting, like breathing and just like recovering. He's fine physically right now. I'm not going to roll my recovery die or anything because I'm almost at full health, but like as much as he brushed it off, he did just almost die. So he's just spending this hour
Relaxing.
kind of in his head and relaxing. So
Okay.
I will accept that a 10. I will happily accept a 10 not being high enough given distance and other stuff, or maybe it's enough. That's up to
Yeah.
you.
A 10's not going to be quite high enough with Kinsey playing music and them being in a different room 60 feet away.
Sounds good. Then I have no need to roll insight because I didn't hear it.
Now it's Bucky L.
Yeah, it's all everybody. If you interact with another character, it's a ship. That's it. Sail.
It wants to interact with any character they get shipped.
I
Yep.
ship my
It's
character
going to
with
be a
that
massive
anxiety
follow by
meds.
the end. We already know this.
Thank
Yeah.
God Finn doesn't interact with
Okay.
anybody.
Exactly.
Oh no! The Finn and Phosphorus are.
Oh my God,
Oh,
it's
there
a child.
you go.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah, they
sure,
are.
it's a child.
Chris is 5 years old.
Oh my God,
But-
we have the shady age gap where they
Yeah.
act childish, but they're actually 300 years old. So
Yeah,
it's
it's a
fine.
dragon.
Even though
Its
it's
egg
is bitter.
No. Not on my fucking stream.
Oh.
I built my fucking
Yeah.
foot down.
I
We're
hate
not
that
doing
shit,
here.
man. I hate it.
I forgot how old he was.
Psychological adults don't mess with psychological children. We
Nope.
don't do that.
Nope. Ban it. Get it out of here.
Ban.
I forgot how
Sure.
old he was. All right, the
Yeah.
next dragon it is then.
He said she was 12.
He's not 12, he's 7.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot how old he was. Ignore me.
Yeah.
Does
a
anybody else
true
want to talk to
baby.
anybody else?
Yeah, I want to go because my inspirations are just like quick pep talks. I'm just gonna go Kinsey. Be like, hey, absolutely crush it out there. So proud of you. All that training paid off. Well done.
Yeah. It's been very helpful. Stay focused.
I'm glad it was helpful. That's not what I was saying. I meant as in you put in effort and are reaping rewards. Well done.
Thank-
Very
I
well.
do want you to know that I give you a lot
And
of the
I'm going
credit for it.
to Give you inspiration.
A quick hour has passed. Everybody is feeling caught their breath, feeling a little bit more as revitalized as you can be in a poisonous cave filled with centipedes and a giant dead dragon.
Yep.
But close enough.
Mm.
You all be back on your way.
Another Tuesday.
Just another Tuesday.
I thought it was Thursday.
Oh.
All right, let's go clean out this pantry.
Hell
Fucking
yeah.
knew someone was gonna say that. Let's go. As I said, I just, for health wise, I should probably take point.
Well, I
No
think
complaints from me.
this would be a good opportunity for me to utilize my chilling breath. I will make sure not to hit you, but try not to put yourself in a spot that makes it harder.
Why don't we just have like a plan of attack? Like, why don't I just, wait until your breath goes off and then charge in after it?
That is perfectly fair.
Nice. I'm next to you then.
Can I see them from here at all?
You can. Hang on.
Are those glowing mushrooms?
Yes.
Looks like it.
Mushroom beads.
Yay, finally, we get light.
You can see the first centipede.
So they're not all clustered
What?
up.
No.
Okay. So I guess upon seeing this, because I think I can see the furthest, right? Unless we've pulled the light back out. Or, well, maybe not the furthest, but...
You
know
can
where
see...
I am, at least.
You and Haziel can see the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess I will say, well, it looks like the centipedes are not clustered up. So
I can make a distraction.
Ooh, we have utilized that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to draw them to us.
Yeah. Or I can pinpoint somewhere a little bit farther in, have them turn inward, and then
Yeah.
we could run in.
I'll follow your lead then.
So I will, if we're good with that, I will cast Mage Hand 30 feet out. So let me just move here. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So like right above the L5 on the map.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and have it knock something off the wall.
Maybe like a glowing
So if it's like a mushroom, a loose rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see if it'll draw the centipedes just to check out what's happening.
You knock the rock off of or a glowing mushroom off of the wall. As you do that, you see some more centipedes gather around the point
Perfect.
to see what has
Uh,
happened.
Relzrex is just going to nod to Finn, gesture at Buck, and then I would like to move up to, because it's a 15 foot, so that should be as close as I need to get.
Yep, that'll get everybody. Fantastic.
I will be following just next to them.
I need a DC 12 dexterity saving throw. from them.
You got it. DC 12, dexterity saving throw on all of the centipedes. This is red centipede.
Blue centipede also going to become a lawyer.
Oh my god, they have a firm.
Yeah.
Blue.
Legs and legless.
First, one becomes
Oh
a
my
sentence
God.
and they just hire each other.
And
They
then
just suggest each other to every client.
blue centipede.
The law offices of legs
11.
and legless.
So blue
Blues
centipede fails.
Brothers.
And then
Yep.
the other centipede, the swarm of centipedes also fails.
Okay.
Nice.
So then in that case, they take 5 on the fails and 3 on the saves.
Everybody roll initiative.
Just to keep in mind, I had a prepped action to attack just after Zara did that.
Have at it.
Thanks.
Yes. I didn't hear you say that.
Oh, I said it sort of in roleplay. It was basically just like, I will wait, and then as
Oh,
soon as you
okay.
have used your breath, I will attack.
Yeah.
I will roll initiative first, though.
I was busy playing shopkeep too.
Again?
That shop's not going to run itself.
I know, right? I
Yeah.
gotta get that 50,000 so that I can expand my shop.
Mm-hmm.
As a reminder, if somebody would like to swap initiatives with me, I rolled actually decent this time. So if any of the martial classes want to,
I would love
Get
to. If
ahead.
that's fine.
yeah. I have a 17.
Unless-
I'll take your 6.
Okay. Unless you want it, Josh.
Go for it.
All right. Buck, do you wanna
Yeah,
roll
I'll take my strike.
your thing?
Am I correct in thinking that the one that is directly diagonal right from me is the swarm?
Yeah, the one that looks different.
Alright, cool. Because that's the one I want to attack.
A 15 hits.
Yes. I'm going to burn my final spell slot on a smite.
Oh.
So before, when Buck smited, or smote, the
Smite?
boa, it was with his hand axe and it like started reverberating and all that stuff. With the Monitor, it's very different. It's like the full, like, starts glowing, like starts radiating, like it's got those like waves like above a radiator, just brings it down.
Oh.
So that is really a 4?
Yeah.
Damn,
we
I rolled a
rolled
1.
a
That
1.
sucks.
Yeah.
So that is a total of 13 points of damage.
You smash the shit out of over half of the swarm. There's still some bugs scuttering around, centipedes on top of each other. But seriously diminish their numbers. All right, then Buck, you're up.
Let's take out the rest of that fucking swarm.
Ooh. Yeah, that hits.
Jesus Christ. Cool. Actually, have the other ones been damaged?
No. Yes.
Everything's been
Everybody,
hitting
all
by my
3 of those have
breath
been
weapon.
damaged. Okay.
Okay. I take an extra 5 damage.
You have all but diminished this swarm.
Nice. I'm just going to look menacingly at the other 2 centipedes.
They are kind of touching your feet and legs with their antennas. Smelling you.
Mm. Okay.
Kinsey, you're up.
I'm gonna move up yet. And then I will send a molten bright pink glob of sparkly light at the red centipede.
Okay.
Because I can't get close enough to kick him yet.
Holy shit.
Ooh!
Nice!
Okay.
Pew, 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 pew,
Kill
pew.
it.
It's just like this massive glob of like sticky pink glittery energy. Yes.
I'm gonna hit you with a love spell. Alright, well, okay. Red centipede is dead. It is blue centipede's turn. Blue centipede
Run the ones.
is going to decide that Buck actually smells really nice. Be cool. And is going to try to take a bite out of his knee. Does a 13 hit?
No, that thing doesn't hit.
Oh, it got distracted. It lunges forward and goes in between Buck's legs and misses. And it'll be the swarm's turn. The swarm's really
The swarm
pissed.
sounds so menacing.
The
It's okay.
swarm.
We have another level now. They can't take us out in one hit.
That's true.
Not
Think
anymore.
for yourself.
Fear of PTSD from the last time we encountered centipedes.
Incoming crit.
It's fine.
Not again.
Try me.
The swarm only being 3 bugs tough. It tries to bite Buck, but unfortunately does not have the jaw power to do so. And misses.
Give up. You're embarrassing yourself.
Up next,
Demoralizing a centipede.
the
Emotional
centipedes.
damage.
The centipede's like, oh, it's not picking it up. Clickety click click click.
Yeah, click all you want. I don't speak your made-up language.
Oh, it clutches
Are
its
they talking
hypothetical
shit?
pearls.
Druidic.
Are they
Whip it
talking
out.
shit?
You don't know. You don't speak bug. You speak squirrel.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
It's like a specialization path.
Fair
You
enough.
get druidic, and then you can pick one animal that you can compete
Yeah, an
with,
animal
and
group.
can
You
collect its
I
chose-
picked
squirrels.
squirrels, I guess.
um,
Squirrels
Rel,
and snakes. I did understand the snakes last session.
Yeah,
you're-
squirrels and snake.
you're-
That sounds like a court of squirrels and snakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fanfic name?
The
Lindsay has
next,
definitely read that romance novel.
the next season
Yeah.
of A Dice and
Absolutely.
Divergence is going to be a court of squirrels and snakes. It'll be a high
I'm here
forest
for it.
fantasy setting.
Echo sass.
Rel,
Echo sass.
you're up.
I will step up to here. I am out of my free hunter's marks for the day. I don't think I want to use my last spell slot on one right now, so I will just go normal attacks. Short sword attack. 17 hit.
Sure does.
9 damage.
You got it.
Is it still up?
No, it is gone.
Okay. And then I would like to use my... I'm going to move there, and then it is a 14 hit.
It does?
Okay. 3 damage.
Gone.
Sorry,
All right.
Evening house.
These bugs are not going to be an issue anymore.
As you are up there, you see the dragon's horde.
Fuck yeah.
In the dragon's horde, you all find a vial of
Yup.
dust of disappearance. You find
Okay.
Kogtum's ointment. You find a potion of hill giant strength. A
Oh, wow.
12 moonstones that are worth 50 gold each. On top of a mound of coins, there is a golden cup that is worth 50 gold, a hand mirror in a silver frame worth 40 gold, an ivory comb worth 35 gold. The top line of this comb is in the shape of a dragon. A spell scroll of web. And then last is a jade orb of Stygia.
Stygia.
Stygia! Creed knows how to say words, because I don't. There are some inscriptions on the jade orb. What languages do you guys know?
Common, Draconic, Druidic, Celestial.
Common, sign language, and goblin.
I can speak undercommon if that helps.
The
Not that
inscription
doesn't know.
is foreign to, it seems, all of you.
Kinsey thought goblin would be a fun one to learn.
In the dragon's horde, there is a total of 210 gold, 3,150 silver pieces, and 6,300 copper pieces.
That's so much bread.
That's like, let me run the numbers. It's like a
So much
bakery.
bread.
Let's go hunting.
Well, we know it's in the dragon skeleton.
Yeah.
Or it was at one point.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got this.
You know, we do have those poison-resistant potions, that we made as a group.
The shit that we did science for.
We did science together.
Well, yeah, did you think I was just going to walk in without drinking one?
Just making sure you remembered them. You did stick your hand in to pet a dragon.
That was to give head pats to...
Willing to let your hand melt off.
Head
He
pats
was
are
a good
always
boy.
worth it.
Yeah.
He had
He
never
was a good boy.
experienced praise.
Yeah.
And clearly never had a father figure. Who has the... I know Zara has a potion. I think Kinsey has a potion. And I think Haziel has a potion.
Pretty sure you gave it to Haziel because she's definitely squishy and has already died once.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we had 3.
Centipedes.
Cool. I will pop the cork and knock it back.
Mhm.
I'll just go, right. If I start screaming, don't come in to help me. Do I feel any effects from this potion?
Yeah, no, it works. Yes, it works for real. My voice might not sound like it works, but it does work. I am not lying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. You need to make a Constitution saving throw at advantage. With advantage.
Okay. 1, 2.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, you
That's not
are
like it.
you are currently unaffected by the miasma.
Not bad.
Miasma.
Tasty.
God damn it. Can I search for this sword, please?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'm gonna turn my flashlight on to help Buckthorn and give him the help action.
Very nice. With
So that way
advantage.
he can actually see.
So with advantage and with guidance.
He's very funny.
Okay, much better.
You
Damn
see
though.
a elven longsword that is in the upper part of the chest cavity of the dragon. If you would like, you can make a nature check or a survival check.
Survival, absolutely no question. And this time,
Guidance.
thank you. What do we got?
Mhm.
Damn, I'm rolling like trash today.
Yeah, you are.
You got infected by my dice rolls. I'm sorry.
It's fine. The pendulum has to swing eventually.
It is in the chest cavity, so this definitely looks like it was the killing blow of the dragon.
Can I actually try something? Obviously, this thing is a skeleton now, right?
Yes.
In my adventuring career, I don't think Buckthorn would have fought a dragon. I think that was ahead of his, that was above his pay grade. But I do think that he would have fought smaller things like, worms or wormlings or, drakes. Would I be able, from my knowledge of having fought these things before, would I be able to tell whether or not it's possible that this thing was felled and then the blade was placed there afterwards? Like, is this a thing of they actually killed it with this strike? Or does it look more like that's too perfectly placed?
You can do another nature check for your or a history check. But first, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw at advantage. You are still unaffected by the miasma.
That's
Yay.
one thing Buckthorn's got. He's thick. Just
boy.
Yeah.
mean.
Sturdy.
He's a big man.
I will let you do history, investigation, medicine, nature.
Medicine.
Guidance.
There you go.
I got you.
Okay.
It looks like this was part of the battle. It was used for the dragon. It wasn't placed there after the fact.
Okay. And just while I'm here, so I'll take the elven longsword
Okay.
and will grasp it within my hands.
There you go.
Whoa.
Oh, that thing's so sick.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Steppy.
Wait a minute, am I the only strength-based character?
It's like,
Oh,
wait a minute, do
fuck
I
yeah.
get this thing?
I was fully intending on giving it to Ral, and then I was like, wait a minute. Ral's a dex-based fighter. This is a longsword. Oh my god.
I don't know if this is actually accurate, but I get the feeling that it would feel like it would probably not necessarily hurt to hold the sword for Relzarex as a Dragonborn, but I feel like it would be the wrong kind of tingle, at the very least.
The wrong kind
A
of
bad
thing.
vibe.
Yeah,
The bad
It's
touch.
not a vibe.
yeah. So,
Is it like standing sword in the stone style?
It is not. With how the dragon is laying down after it died, it looks like it died with the sword stuck in its chest cavity. It just like lays on the ground in the middle of the chest cavity.
Pick it up. Look at the other longsword I have on my belt. Clearly been replaced. Put that one on my back. Take this longsword. And as I hear like the metal go against the hill, I just go, God, it's good to be back. Ah. And then I'll shout out to Finn, and I'll be like, hey Finn, while I'm in here, do you want me to round up? What bones do you want?
Sesamoid bones, kneecaps, patellas,
Kneecap, sesamoids.
funky ankle bones. And you should probably
bones.
grab an ulna or two for Relzorax.
Almost. Cool.
Like those-
I will-
Maybe a scapula.
I will proceed to grab all of those bones, and I will grab the
Yes.
shoulder joint as well, like the bolt from the socket.
there's only bones left, right? Like everything else has decayed away fully.
Like skin? Yeah, there's no skin.
Skin,
Um,
sinew, scales.
You can do a perception check from outside, or you can step in to do an investigation check if you want to look closer, or maybe ask Buck to look closer. You might be able to find some scales, maybe, if you roll good.
Ooh.
I've got a pretty good perception.
I'm gonna ask Buck to look specifically for scales because I'm fairly confident they wouldn't have decayed over time. And I will guidance Buck for that.
Thank you, darling. Ooh, there you go. That's what we're
Yes.
talking about.
You tell Buck like what you're looking for and what he should be looking for in the ground.
Yeah.
Buck, when you start to look down underneath the bones, you see some shiny metallic green scales that is settled underneath the miasma and the liquid poison. They are here, but they would probably also be dangerous to get. more dangerous than you're just standing there.
Yoink.
Okay, Yoink, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw at advantage.
Buckthorn,
Can I
wise
guidance
guy,
that?
not smart guy. You can't guidance saving throws.
I didn't think so.
-1 to intelligence, people.
Well, you have
Lowest
guidance
score.
on.
Yep, it shouldn't. Hold on, it shouldn't be.
Nice.
Why is it
It
immediately?
added it to your roll.
It shouldn't have. But, I mean, it did. Like, I can see that it did. I don't think you're lying
Yeah.
to me, but
That's okay. You're 18.
either
18
way,
still
at
gets.
18.
Yeah, you're able to reach in and grab a handful of scales. You currently have 5 in your hand.
Are there more?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of scales. Most of them haven't gone away yet.
Yoink.
Go ahead and make another saving throw. If he makes these, I'm just gonna let him pick the carcass. Yeah, Buck's
Cool.
good.
Straight up, feels
His
different.
acid vial protection potion, whatever the hell it was called, is good. He's good. He's just able to pluck it clean like a Thanksgiving turkey.
I'm also going to grab a couple of vials from my herbalism kit and
Yep.
fill them full of the liquid poison.
I was about to suggest that. Good call.
Could I do an investigation check of the cavern, looking for a couple specific things?
Sure.
So I'm looking for a cup that's not the golden cup, but just another potentially slightly fancy cup. I'm looking to see if I could find the most blighted tree, and I'm looking to see if I can find a humanoid body.
Okay. Are you referencing things that I forgot that I have said besides the tree?
No. So
Okay.
cup has not been referenced. Just like literally any cup that's slightly nice.
Okay.
The body, I want to see if F. Barnes' body is here,
Yeah, I was thinking about
Because
that
it was
too.
left here.
Ooh, Okay.
because they never got it back. So I want to see
Right.
if it's here.
Mhm.
Without like anywhere that's not where the dragon's body is, basically.
Got it.
So in this like back area.
You do an investigate. Go ahead and roll your investigation check. Also roll a history. Nice. That is a nat 20.
Nat 20 for the investigation. And then the history is a 13.
You remember seeing a really, really nice cup on Marlissa's desk. She had a really nice drinking cup.
Okay.
And then for your investigation check, you do notice that there is a cavern over here towards the south side of the dragon that has a lot of roots in it. And these roots are menacing, and they are definitely sickly in there. In between the roots and the walls and the overgrowth of it, you see an elf skeleton sitting back here against the wall, slumped.
I'm going to use my arcanely recovered spell slot to pop up a detect magic. Basically, I assume I'm going to get a magical ping off of the roots, but I specifically am trying to check this body to see if it has similar like necromantic energy to what we saw with the bodies outside.
No, this body is not pinging up any magic at all. However, the roots that are in this little cavern here are very glowing. They're glowing a dark, sickly green. And this definitely feels like if there was any tree in this fucking grove that I would want to pull bark from for what's his nuts back at Silverhaven, this is going to be your tree.
Got it. And then last question. Does it seem like this tree will continue to stay blighted if left unchecked, or once this miasma fades,
You
hopefully
need an Arcana check for that.
Okay.
Hey, Finn. You got this.
Hell yeah. So we got yeah, guidance. So you said Arcana check?
Yep.
Actually, wait. I should
28.
have checked. Can I give guidance?
Sure. You can now.
Without guidance is still a 26.
It's just
Yeah.
good. It doesn't matter.
The one thing I'm good at.
You think with your study of like looking into dragons and looking how people interact with the weave and the magic itself, you are confident that once this miasma seeps back in and goes away, there's no more draconic energy here to influx it or make it persist. It will go away now that you have removed the living green dragon from the area.
Okay. So then I will turn to the group. I think I've found the most blighted tree. So if we're all in alignment, I will take a sample. I think I've also found a body
A child.
that may or may not have some importance to someone back home in town.
Now, I'm trying to recall. Did they not say that it was normal for elves to leave their fallen behind on the battlefield?
They did.
Correct. But perhaps
Okay.
if there's a trinket of some kind that we might return,
Good call.
that may be
Yeah.
appreciated
let's
and
loot the
buy us
body.
some goodwill.
Fair.
So I will use my mage hand to take a sample of the bark and put it in one of my little vials.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the sleight of hand for your mage hand.
Should I just use my dexterity?
Yeah, just use yours. To see how well the vial is. It's great. Okay, fantastic. You get a lovely sample of bark.
All right. So we have the bark and the water for him.
Perfect.
If I analyze this bark, I'm assuming it would be harmful to the touch.
That's a good assumption.
Okay. I want to collect a fairly large quantity of this bark. Specifically, not the outer bark, the second layer of bark, which is usually a lot more supple and can be manipulated for weaving various, like, you can make strand and cordage and various things of that nature using the inner bark of a tree.
Yeah.
It has a pretty good strength and maneuverability. So I would like to spend an amount of time gathering a significant amount of this, if that's an option.
That is an option. You will need a sleight of hand. You'll also need some constitution saving throws. And I would like you to put your token where you think you would be.
Okay. So I have two questions. Do we know how long these potions last?
An hour.
How long do I think this will take?
Sleight of hand would
Do I
tell
think
you
it'll
that.
take more than an hour?
Depends on how
Okay.
good you are.
I'm going to chug a potion.
Okay.
With the group's consent. Okay. I'm going to chug a potion. And then I'm going to be like, hey, Buck, would you be willing to give me some guidance here?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
And I will exit the miasma.
You said
I'm still
sleight
With
of
your
hand.
arms full of bones.
I hand the bones to Finn.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I only keep the shoulder joint, and I hit Ral with it. You got this.
Dirty 20.
It takes you like 20, 30
Love to
minutes
see
to
it.
get all of the stuff that you need. So you're good on your potion. But please
'Kay.
move your token to where you are
Oh,
working.
yeah. So it all seems to be the same amount of diseased, right?
It is more disease the further in you go.
All right, I'm up in here. I am wanting to gather the most saturated material possible here.
Go ahead
Yeah,
and
I
roll
also would have
initiative.
been up there too, actually.
Of
Yeah,
course.
there it is.
Do I get to either collect all of it before we roll initiative or bank the roll for afterwards?
It is as soon as you start cutting into the bark.
Okay. All right.
This might be a cut and go scenario.
I can't tell. What are these little bad guys?
They're vines. They're vine blights.
Oh.
Roll initiative to fight against the tree. All right.
Will they beat the vines? Find out next time on.
You have a full hour of this potion left.
Yep.
And fights, I mean, they take like 5 minutes. So like you're still gonna have potion time left.
Cool.
Most of
Okay.
them don't even take a minute.
Nice.
Yay! You guys befriended the dragon.
Hey.
So you have
Hey.
a dragon to go home to now. Nobody actually died. Only died a little bit.
Yep. Only a little bit.
And we took care of that right away.
I was only mostly dead.
Mostly,
Mhm.
well, not even. Just a little bit dead.
Just bleeding out. Just bleeding
Yeah.
out. It's different.
Yeah.
You
It
made
is.
your first death roll successfully, so like,
Yeah.
We were just taking a little power nap. You were tired.
thanks for hanging out. You could be anywhere in the world right now tonight, but you chose to hang out with us, and we absolutely love that. We will see you again next week when our party fights some plants, because that's normal.
Yeah.